Hey there, thank you for joining me for today's practice. My name is Paula. So today is a lovely sequence to unwind at the end of the day. You can do it any time, but quite nice to help prepare to rest at night. We'll do a little bit of somatic work in a seated position, as well as some longer held yin postures and a little bit of pranayama work, really trying to support self-regulation, quietening down the nervous system. So if you like to have cushions or bolsters, or if you have a blanket, that would be really great for your practice. You might not need anything, but just in case. So we're going to start in a seated position. I'm going to sit on a folded blanket, and just starting with the left leg in front, resting the hands down onto the legs, closing down the eyes, just making any adjustments here until you feel settled in your seat. Feeling the sitting bones down into your blanket or mat. Lengthening up and out through the crown of the head. Allowing the face to soften. Tips of the shoulders falling away from the ears. Bringing the attention to your breathing. Just noticing the natural breath in and out through the nose. You might like to start to slow down the breathing, slowing down the inhale and slowing down the exhale. Just continuing, slow breath in and slow breath out. And then blinking open the eyes. If you have been sitting on something and you feel comfortable, to remove that so you can come into a cross-legged position, so one leg crossed in front of the other. And let's come to the right leg in front. So I'll be mirroring you. Right leg in front, arms down by your side. Taking some shoulder circles, so shoulders forward, up and back. Forward, up and back. Just continuing here. Circles can be as small or as large as you would like. Changing the direction, so going back, up and forward, back, up and forward. Easy breathing. And then releasing the arms down. Take the arms out to the side, take an inhale, bring the arms up and cross the right arm in front of the left, and then interlace the fingers, palms facing one another, and then try to extend the arms up. Arms up alongside the ears if you can. If that feels too strong, you might have your arms a little bit further in front. Lower ribs drawing down, taking an inhale to lengthen up through both sides of the waist. As you exhale, bend the elbows, elbows pressing slightly back. And then inhale to extend, trying to come to straight arms, and then exhale to bend. And one more time, inhale to extend, and let's hold it here for a couple of breaths. Muscles at the base of the neck trying to relax away from the ears, but at the same time, we are lengthening up through the sides of the body. So shoulders do lift here. Taking one more inhale. As you exhale, release the arms down. Right hand comes down away from the hip, and then that left arm up and over, dropping that right shoulder away from the ear, pressing down through the left sitting bone, opening up through that left side of the body. And you might like to look up towards the ceiling, just for a moment. And then turn the head to look back in front of you. Keep the body and the head where it is. Take an inhale, exhale, bring that left elbow to the side of the waist, and then maybe letting the head relax down, opening up through that left side of the neck. Straightening through your left arm, palm facing forward, taking an inhale, stay for the exhale, reaching out through the left fingers, and then imagine someone's pulling you up through the fingertips, taking an inhale to come all the way back upright. Swapping the legs around now, so you've got your left leg in front, arms down by your side. Take an inhale, reach the arms up. This time left arm in front, right arm behind. Turn the palms to face one another, interlacing the fingers, and then starting to extend up through those arms, draw the lower ribs in. Taking an inhale, and then exhale to bend through the elbows, and inhale to extend. Exhale to bend. One more time. Inhale, extend, holding it here for a couple of breaths. Thinking about the back ribs reaching up and the lower ribs drawing in. Taking one more inhale. And then exhale, releasing those hands, taking that left hand down, right arm up and over, coming into your side stretch variation here. Dropping that left shoulder away from the ear. Maybe the eyes looking up towards the ceiling. Opening up through that right side body, right sitting bone grounding down. Turn the head back to center, keeping the torso and the head where it is. Bring that right elbow in towards the side of the waist, and then letting the head relax down. Just opening up through that right side of the neck. Tip of that right shoulder and right ear moving away from one another. Open breathing. Extend the right arm away, turning the palm to face forward. Take an inhale. Stay for the exhale. And letting the head trail behind as you come back upright, all the way up, head stacking up on top of the spine. Coming over the legs, coming into your tabletop position, wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, taking some circles here. So circling over the wrists. And then going in the other direction. Checking in with your breathing. And then settling back to stillness here. Taking some cat-cows, you might like to tuck the toes under, inhaling to lift the eyes, lift the tailbone up, and then exhale to C-curve through the spine, tucking the chin in. And again, inhale, arching the spine, and then exhale to C-curve. And continue. You might like to continue with your cat-cow in that direction, or you might like to take something a little bit more intuitive where you just start to circle through the spine, finding your way, moving in a way that feels good for you, knowing there's no right or wrong here. You might be just going side to side, or continuing with what we started, or going into more of these circles or figure eights. And then resting into the center once you're done here. We're going to move into our sleeping swan or half pigeon. So right knee comes towards that right wrist. You might set up your blanket underneath your right hip. If you've got pillows and you want to lay them down in front of you so you can rest down, absolutely feel free to do that. Option here to just take a couple of breaths upright. And for this variation, let's keep the right heel nice and close to the pubic bone. So we're not going to go for our very strong variation here. Lifting up out of the waist, take an inhale, and then exhale, starting to come down onto the mat. Maybe you've got some supports there, or you can stack one hand on top of the other, resting the head down, finding your breath. Allowing the shoulders to soften. Finding your ujjayi breathing if you can here. So that's slow, oceanic inhale and exhale with that slight constriction at the back of the throat. And you may like to stay with that breath. Otherwise, invitation to come into a pranayama practice known as 4-7-8. We will inhale for 4, hold for 7, exhale for 8. If the holding does not feel right for you, that's totally fine. Skip the hold and just inhale for 4, exhale for 8. Let's exhale together. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Continue on your own. Finishing off your last round, whilst letting go of the breathing, coming back to the natural breath for a few moments. Gently starting to walk your hands back up. Come back into all fours and extend that right leg long behind you, tucking the toes under to straighten the back of the leg, just releasing off the hip. And then placing that right leg down, bring the left knee to the left wrist, right foot right behind that right hip. Once again, really supporting yourself here, popping your blanket or cushion underneath that left hip, especially if it's very high off the ground. You want to bring the ground up to you. Option here to take a few breaths upright if that feels okay for you. And then starting to fold forward. Once again, just resting down onto your supports or stacking one hand on top of the other. Finding your breath once again, reconnecting to ujjayi breathing. Just remembering that this breath work is optional, so if you would like to just stay with your breathing as it is, then feel absolutely free. Ujjayi breathing, that slow, oceanic sounding breath. And then for anyone who would like to, we'll move into our 4-7-8 breathing. Exhaling together. Inhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hold 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Continue on your own. Remembering it's an option to skip the hold at the top of the breath. Noticing if there's anywhere in the body you can soften and let go. Last couple of rounds. Letting go of the pranayama, coming back to your natural breath. Gently make your way back upright. Come onto all fours once again. Taking that left leg back, tucking the left toes under to straighten off the leg, releasing the hip. And then coming into your kneeling position for a moment, sitting over to one side, taking the legs out long, lying down onto your back. Taking a moment here, just with feet flat on the ground, arms down by your side into your constructive rest, letting the back of the pelvis rest down. And then extend the legs out long, taking the legs over to the right hand side, and then if available, crossing that left leg over the right and little flex of that left foot. And then the torso, upper torso moving slightly over to the right. And if it's available, elbows up above the head and holding the forearms or the elbows, letting the lower ribs soften down. And maybe the eyes are turning to the left. Just breathing into the left side of the body in particular. Mindful of the lower back, noticing if there's any space to soften the lower back down, particularly as you exhale. You might like to come back to that Ujjayi breathing. Or if you found the 4-7-8 helpful, perhaps you could come to that breath as well. Otherwise, you can just allow the breath to be how it needs to be. Slightly scanning the body and noticing if there's any unnecessary effort. Maybe in the cheeks, or the belly. Noticing if there's any space that's starting to open up. Very gently starting to move out of your posture. So releasing the arms, bringing the legs back to center, bring the torso back to center. Just place the feet flat onto the mat for a moment. Arms down by your side, really just centering off the hips and the shoulders, lining up the head. Extend the legs out long once again and take the legs now over to the left, maybe crossing the right leg over the left, and then bringing the upper body over to the left as well. And then arms up above, taking hold of the forearms or the elbows, and maybe the head turns to the right. And one side might feel quite different to the other, or maybe they feel similar. Really breathing into the right side of the body now. Using your breath to meet any rising sensation in the body. Trying to soften the lower back down towards the mat. Slow breath in, slow breath out. Lightly scanning through the body, noticing if there's any way you can let go, any softening. Three more full breaths here. And then gently starting to release the arm, release the legs, bring the torso back to center, the legs back to center. Place the feet flat onto the mat. Arms by your side, palms facing up. Just taking a few moments here in your constructive rest. Releasing the front of the hips. Soft face. Just one more posture before we take our Shavasana. It's your choice if you want to take, just bring the knees in towards the chest, squeezing the knees in, inner thighs squeezing together, or if you would prefer to take your happy baby, go for your happy baby. Just allowing the shoulder heads to relax back. And if you're taking your happy baby, squeezing the knees in towards the armpits, pressing the back of the pelvis down, maybe rocking from side to side a few times just to massage out the lower back. Finding stillness. If you've been moving, take an inhale, and wherever you are, squeezing the legs in towards you just one last time, and then releasing the legs down one foot at a time, and then extending the legs out long into your Shavasana. If you want to pop a pillow underneath the knees or anything to make yourself feel more comfortable for your Shavasana, feel free to do so. Letting the feet fall away from one another, arms away from the body, palms facing up. allowing the whole body to let go now. Nothing to do but be right here. Feeling the belly rise and fall with each exhale. Allowing yourself to rest here for the next few minutes. Please feel free to stay resting here for as long as you need to. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste.